When I was at Whitewater, that was the first time that I created a leadership council. Shortly after we did that is when I transitioned here. I select the students who I know are true leaders in our building and within our teams. I'm leaning on them to also say, all right, who else can we bring? Who else is a leader? Because quite frankly, I'm not in the locker room for all these teams. I'm not at practices for all these teams. And so I want them to be able to say, all right, let's do a pulse check. What's going on with the culture and where are our gaps? What can we get better at? And they're going to have a way better idea of what we're failing at than I am. But then I'm also going to lean on our coaches because there is an aspect of it where maybe there's somebody who isn't necessarily, doesn't have the choice of being a leader, but they are. And maybe they need to work on their skills a little bit. So let's bring them in and try to build them up as a leader and maybe a more positive leader. In the past, I've come up with different activities of what we can do to be better communicators. A little bit of role playing because, we can tell students, hey, this is what you should do and this is what you should say, but you put them in a real life situation and it's very different. I've done book studies and that's one of the things I want to keep doing. But I want that to be just a piece of what we do. There's different leadership curriculums out there right now, and I plan to kind of beg, borrow, and steal a little bit from some of those and modify it so it's a little bit more Pewaukee-ized, I guess. Behaviors are going to drive results. Culture is going to drive that behavior. So if we can have our kids holding each other accountable, and I think the most powerful phrase that can ever be said in a program is, this is the way we do things here, or that's not what we do here. If we can get kids saying that to each other, we don't need rules and we have a pretty good culture. So that's what I'm hoping from this leadership group. They can go back to their teams and say, this is what we do in this program.